This is an unusual format because of COVID, so we're doing it more like a television show, which actually tickles me, to tell you the truth. It allows some of us to stretch. I want to bring up a Southern boy. Half my genealogy has been eating cornbread for God knows how many centuries. This boy is born in Arkansas, raised in Tennessee. Mama was from Alabama, and she married a Yankee, so I'm a Southern Yankee. As a matter of fact, after Peter Illian does his next chapter from his thrilling new book, I think because of the balance of that, I will read chapter 2 from my memoirs about Pop. Peter seemed to like the one about Mom. Anyway, you had to be here. Well, you can find it on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. There's over 700 videos now. But anyway, Clayton Buchanan. He's a painter. He's a humanist. And it's very interesting. His big squeeze was painting, and now somehow he's settling back and doing his visualization through words. So that's nice that he's part of this group. And would you please grace us, Clayton? Frame you.
That's okay. I'm able to be framed.
See how you are next to that drain that woman is going down. Look at the painting.
Oh my God, I hope I don't fall in that. No way, man.
Okay, here we go.
How about now?
Now you're on.
Okay. First off, Hayden, I just wanted to clarify, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee.
Backwards?
Yeah, and I grew up in high school and all in Wilson, Arkansas.
There you go.
So a slight change there, but definitely the South. Gotcha. Okay, this first piece, in fact, I think the majority of these pieces are a major part of fiction that I've kind of reached deep inside myself and tried to expand a little bit just on the creativity aspect of what and how to travel. This first piece is entitled Changing of Reality. Reality of expression, for me, comes in many different directions, all of them at right times of absorption, spurs creativity in one writing form or another, but all equally start that pathway leaving that final choice for me to develop to its highest heights. Walking the Jersey Beach shore, I see and envision much more than the actuality of sight. A 30-aged woman waiting the incoming slowness of tide, she realizes I'm watching her, viewing her body's bikini swimsuit. I am by myself, she herself, and there's no one else around. Being recognized, viewing her, I feel somewhat embarrassed, but my eyes stay focused. Suddenly, she starts rubbing herself, slowly taking off her bikini bottom as she walks over to me. This has to be a dream. She is attractive sexually, but something is off. Her body suddenly starts changing color into a light, warm, bluish purple, but she still appears normal for some strange reason. Her bikini top quickly evaporates to nothing, showing her breasts moving in unison as she continues approaching. I haven't moved at all since first seeing her, having no idea what to do. Maybe there will be an answer another day. Life certainly throws out questions at times, remaining unanswered. All right.
That's the second
Okay, this second piece, it's probably a good idea that there are no gals here right now, but anyway, whatever. It's called Intimacy is Survival. Masturbation proclamation. I've never thought of this before, but here and now it is knocking at my door. Having been around since mankind's existence, these millions of years surviving on Earth, enjoyment and thoughts of togetherness leads to happiness of touch and taste, and will continue if given our deserved chance of living life without haste. Poisoning our Earth into climate degradation is being done by humanity's greed for money, power, and the dominating power of stupidity. I enjoy the personal life of togetherness, of cascading down those sexual cliffs of masturbation and the fulfillment of intercourse. As a hopeful world community, let us keep our future progressive, remaining active in an exploratory sexual manner, and certainly open to teaching our growing children safety, responsibility, and sharing of feelings. Our future living depends upon our children, expanding world knowledge and acting upon its broadness for survival. Okay, let's see. This next piece is entitled Creative Emotions. Emotion carries and stimulates creativity to mountaintops of delivery, whether visual or written word. Where do emotions start from? Is it through sight, touch, smell, hearing, or all of these listings combined, creating stimulation of emotional outreach? Taking one down that continued path of desire, expanding at times to a higher recognition level of feeling. Watching and hearing music delivered in an atmosphere of camaraderie is one of my explosive venues of living a true peaking of life. I so enjoy breathing in deeply these enthusiastic talents offered so enthusiastically by the artist's extreme capability. There are times of exploding on stage, carrying me to heightened places I have never been before. Another spurring of heightened fulfillment is observing unfolding of mental psychology and reactions to in settings of film and TV series. I watch these every day, feeling recognition from others that broadens my own being of self. At times, in retrospect, I accept these reasonings, having been given birth by my own negative shyness of living an exciting, full-fledged life with friends I have always longed for. This next piece is entitled, let's just see what we got going here. I'll try this one next. It's entitled Time for Change. I feel stuck in a hole of similarities, restating written words of needed say that are repeated in self-expression. The written word and outspoken word as well. Opening creative doors of direction I have to do, or crazy even further I will become. An open reading last night slapped me in the face, realizing the broad spectrums of word usage by attending poets. I am now going down this open door of directional differences, looking into self-psychology. I don't want to alienate myself from others, but this is time to expand and share my differences of thought. Religious, I am not, but believing there is a better good for all out there, I do believe. It is up to man and womankind to speak out and act upon to jointly make happen. Cultural politics of this world are needed entities, but working together for the common good should outweigh money-mongering and dictatorial power. Differences of opinion can bring into focus changes that are needed. Coming together is the problem solver. Accepting differences and living together can happen. At times, differences can expand humanity in a positive manner. We can learn from differences and move positively forward. Just a couple of more little pieces.
Is this from a new cycle?
From a what?
A new cycle?
Not really. I just, sit down and I'll write what comes into my mind and get away from it and go back and editorialize a little bit here and there. Change. This one is a piece called Answers Are Out There. I have thought at times, is there expanded knowledge from sources in our extended galaxy having an effect on us here on our world of Earth? Scientifically speaking, I realize there are answers for most questions asked, but wonder if there are those others that we don't know answers to and are kept in the dark about by never having asked these extended questions in the first place on a public or scientific level. I worked for a NASA contract firm back in the 60s when sending astronauts to the moon. I interviewed several. Reaching out was so exciting in those days. Hope remained diligent, but with no positive answers to asked questions regarding our space researching. Since then, there have been other worldwide travels to outer space, but if any scientific discoveries were found, we, the public, were not included in information sharing. I remember those flying saucer days when there were sky sightings in more than 2, 3, or even 4 states. Countless movies have been made, presented as well as storybooks and numerous other sci-fi venues that are still being developed and presented to our public and a source of availability. All this has been known for countless decades. We still dream of happenings that may open doors to our not too distant future with the possibility of communicating with these other worlds. Unruly meetings I dreamed of with alien creatures. Could not tell of gender, but a sympathetic sound eluded from what I assumed was a head. I responded positively in a hesitating manner, stating, "It's nice finally meeting you." How can we be the only source of mind thinking beings when we as a planet are countered with hundreds, if not thousands of planets out there, plus a galaxy count not even dreamed of as reality? Forget not the chance of there being creation-worthy entities so advanced to us totally unable to fathom wherefore they come from. Do they even know we exist with our limited brain capacity? I would love to know if we have been contacted from out there. This last piece, it gets back to what I really love now. It's called Writing My World. A visual painter I have been for the past 60 some odd years, including writing verbally concerning the visual imagery of those ongoing years. I deeply feel similarities of expressing nature and life itself as my true motivation for living. Absorbing into mind and digesting imagery allows me to travel my creative journey into clouds unknown and gray, but break through to forward sunshine they do. Wandering into the imagery of past paintings often spurs emotional response, dealing with verbal expressions of those times and places. Feeling manual presence and emotions festered those years up to today. Writing from my world has been uplifting and has given me presence of life I love exploring and sharing. Trying to develop my craft further, I read poetic basics. This broadens my interests, allowing application and further expansion of craft. This everyday stimulation to write lets me feel the positive emotion of living in this world of COVID-19. It is like talking with myself during this time of isolation. Living is a staple of being alive, but writing my mind's eye broadens the necessary continuation of living life to the fullest extent of creation. And that'll do it, guys. Thank you.